Hello again, everyone. Welcome back here to MarineMax in Pompano Beach. Chris Wenstrom here, standing on board a brand new Sea Ray 250 SDX. Very unique floor plan on the 250. It actually complements the larger 400 SLX in the design of the floor plan. So nice to have kind of a unique configuration in a 25-foot boat, and we'll explain that kind of as we go through. We're going to start here on the transom and show you that we do have a starboard side walkway into the main cockpit. As you can see, with this seat in its most aft position, I do have a tremendous amount of seating here under the protection of my sports tower, which does have an extremely large canvas to give you some shade for those hotter days on the water. But a cool thing in this 250 design is this aft seat actually has two different positions that it can go into. So over here on the side of the seat, I do have a stainless steel latch, which will release the seat, allow it to slide forward with a lock pin to put it back in place, and then the backrest will actually toggle forward to give me an expansive swim platform here for the days we're going to be anchored up and want to just relax on the beach or the sandbar. As you can see, plenty of room back here to let the kids jump off of the water, or if you're going to be doing some diving or snorkeling, and a great place to put your gear when you are getting back on the boat. Nice thing is with this seat all the way forward, it does expose my in-floor cooler. So I have an insulated box here. If I wanted to pop some drinks there on the back of the boat, I don't have to walk into the boat to get access to my carry-on cooler. So a really cool feature there. This boat powered by the single Mercury 300 V8 Verado, one of the best motors Mercury has ever made. This one done in black, so great power package for this boat, wind you up to every bit of 50 miles an hour. This port side storage compartment is actually really cool because it actually is shared up into the cockpit seat as well. So if you wanted to bring some skis on board or some bigger water toys, you can actually put them in this compartment and it'll go all the way up into the forward seating there inside the cockpit, which is cool. Beverage holders here on the side, all stainless steel hardware. I do have two speakers in the back of this seat too, so if we are in the water, I got my music playing backwards towards me, which is really neat. And a stereo remote control here mounted on the gunnel, so I can have access to my stereo controls without having to go all the way up to the helm. Cool thing on the SDX line is this is the first model that I can introduce a freshwater system on board. So I do have two freshwater sprayers, so I can rinse off to get the sand or knock some dirt off of my feet before I'll walk my way into the boat. Go ahead and bring this seat on back, because I wanted to show that we do have a dedicated spot for my battery switch, so I don't have to go hunting behind the console to try to find it. And I do have a close-off door for small kids or small pets that are going to be on the boat as well. With the tower concept versus a full fiberglass hardtop, the tower actually does collapse. So I've got two buckles on opposing sides. I release these, and that tower will actually stow towards the windshield. And then with these quick release brackets on my canvas top, I can actually break the entire canvas down if I do have a low bridge restriction. This interior color is called Stone, so it is actually a two-tone gray, very modern, very popular. And as you can see, I do have all of my beverage holders recessed underneath of my seats, so when I'm underway, I don't have to worry about the wind hitting my drink or causing any vibration, so nice little touch there. I do have stainless steel grab handles underneath my seat too for a little extra security. And as I mentioned, this is a shared storage compartment where I do have my dedicated storage for my table legs. And so as you can see, right next to my onboard battery charger, I do have a receiver here for a cockpit table. So I do have storage for the tables right here in my in-floor storage compartment. So they stow on opposing sides. I have one for the cockpit and also one up there in the bow. But as you can see, nice deep storage locker here as well, and that middle in-floor storage is lockable. Another feature with the 250 is I go from the previous bucket chairs now to a double wide seat. So it gives you a little bit more comfort for the driver, flip up bolster, and then as you can see, both backrests will actually toggle forward. So if we were at anchor, we were just hanging out on the sandbar, now I can have two loungers that face the cockpit to give you a little bit more intimate seating arrangement here under the shade and protection of the sports tower. Go ahead and move in here to the helm. I love the way Sea Ray lays out the dash here. As you can see, all black acrylic and that flush-mounted Simrad GPS unit right in the center. Same black acrylic theme running across my stereo, all of my switches on board, and I do have an additional speaker under here for the driver and a little bit of relief for our taller captains to have a little bit of room there for our legs. Nice convenient location for my digital throttle, convenient start-stop button on the new Mercuries, and I also have active trim now standard here right on the side of the binnacle. Again, as I mentioned, with the floor plan being a port side walkway up to the bow, go ahead and come around this way. what it allows me to do is maximize the amount of space I have for my head down below. So this is also a lockable compartment. I also have an additional lockable space right here in the front if I wanted to keep any belongings right in the front there. But as you can see, with this door opened up, if you look down below, I do have filler cushions as an option to actually fill this head compartment in and give it more of an overnighting spot for smaller kids, or if you wanted to take a break from the sun. There's also a window down in there to allow some natural light to come in. And also, if you see here, this forward cushion will snap into place, and that exposes my pump out head. So it does have a plumbed head that you can pump out at the fuel dock with your pump on the gunnel side. Go ahead and lock this back in place. And we'll work our way up to the bow. So you can see I do have a wind door, which does dedicated storage off to the side. Close off windshield so I can completely isolate the cockpit if I want. Nice amount of freeboard with a stainless steel grab handles. I work my way up to the bow for added security. And the nice thing about the port side walkway is it allows my bow seating to now face each other instead of a split windshield with my loungers on the side. Just allows me to face my company. If I wanted to install that bow table up front here, gives us a place to relax, enjoy a meal or a drink on a sunset cruise or something of the sort. So tons of seating up here, great use of space. This is also where my second freshwater sprayer is, up here on the bow. So if I did want to expose my reboarding ladder and I'm going to be on a beach and I wanted to climb up from the boat into the bow instead of swimming around to the swim platform, I can rinse my feet off right up here in front too. And with that lid closed, it does show my wraparound bolster, so nothing but comfort up here in the bow of the 250. Tons of beverage holders, speakers, so everything you need for a fun day on the water. If you want to come by and check this 250 SDX out from Sea Ray, give me a call on my cell phone, 727-460-4175. And again, this is Chris here at MarineMax in Pompano Beach.